Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Business Africa. I am Afolake Oyinloye. The top stories this week. We'll take a look at Afcon's impact on Gabon's economy. Kenya Airways strike deal to export flowers to Australia. And in South Africa, Anglo Gold and Shanties suspend decision to lay off 800 workers. The ongoing Afcon is said to have cost Gabon over $700 million to prepare and host. A section of Gabonese believe it's worth the expenditure, but others question the economic justification in hosting the event and its impact locally. Here's more from Julie Bewa from Gabon.
The 2017 Africa Cup of Nations being hosted by Gabon has so far produced a thrilling experience on the field. But beyond the beauty of the skills and goals, questions about just how much of an importance it is to the local economy lingers. Africanews picked the thoughts of some hotel and restaurant business owners who are cashing in on the ongoing tournament.
We see that the Afcon tournament is a good thing for us because we are emerging from a period of elections where the hotel business was on a decline. And as we can see right now, because of the Afcon, the hotels are really full. There is demand. Demand is high, so it's advantageous for the hotel business right now.
With a prize money of some $4 million at stake, the bigger prize for the host country will be how much of a legacy this will leave the Gabonese people. Expectations are high among the population for the very reasons the economic gains of the tournament was promised, and rightly so.
We make a lot of sales when Gabon is playing. And we hope to make more sales too when Gabon plays Cameroon in the last group match. Before Afcon, we were making very little sales, but now we have seen some improvements.
The tournament is being played at a time when the Central African region is reeling from a slump in oil prices, but there is optimism the prices will rebound soon.
With a gross domestic product decline of 22% since 2004, the stark difficulty for most people in paying around 400 CFA to watch the games puts the issue into perspective that all is not well with the daily issues of bread and butter.
More on that report, we have Louis-Claude Mozienhou, a consultant from Gabon, and was responsible for organizing the Afcon 2012 tournament, on the line. Welcome to the program. Now, this is the second time in 5 years that Gabon is hosting the Afcon tournament. How has it helped to grow Gabon's economy?
For Gabon's government and for the CAN, it's rather a structural project. This is because of the 2012 structure that gave birth to a new identity in the capital, Libreville, which is also called the Akanda community. The 2012 football tournament in Gabon has helped in implementation and development of infrastructure in the Akanda district. This includes perfect telecommunication network and reliable transport network too. Stadium location and availability of 2 prestigious hotels has also opened up this small town that was still young between the year 2006 and the year 2009. The town has developed at a faster rate to become a large town now. Those who were in Gabon in the year 2012 still remember this track, which leads towards a stage of the friendship Sino-Gabon, which was quite deserted, and which today has become a major road. Many have witnessed change in terms of housing and real modern neighborhood that saw Akanda region sprout out in 2012. The 2012 saw Akanda community establish a cancer hospital, which is also a general hospital to this region.
How about tourism? Are we seeing more tourist arrivals, or is it just one-off events?
CAN allows us to locate the position of Gabon on the map as a country that is located along the equator, which also runs along the Gulf of Guinea. Therefore, Gabon is no longer an unknown destination because the country, thanks in particular to its policy on biodiversity protection, it is a small country in terms of area covered. The country has dedicated 13% of its land to create national parks. Therefore, Gabon is a true sanctuary for biodiversity, and it is the only country in the world where you can see elephants, buffaloes, frolic along the beach thanks to the proximity of Luango Park in the region of Ouagadougou Maritime, located in the oil region, which is also a Gambian city.
The cost involved in organizing the tournament is massive. How do you balance the need for improving overall infrastructure in the country with hosting a tournament which only played for a month, and yet it costs a lot of money to organize?
There is a simple formula that will help perhaps when dealing with a derailing issue. Today, it is an issue of pride and the benefit for tomorrow concerning the CAN. This is not just a sport that involves just coming to watch the prestigious confederation matches among African national teams. It helps the host country also to upgrade their sport infrastructure and other related projects to a level that complies to the standards of the confederations of African nations.
Well, thanks for joining us. And now, Kenya strike a new deal in Australia, a major boost for horticultural sector. Details right after the break.